The Prime effect continues. It is estimated in 1 year, Coach Prime, the Prime effect, has brought in an estimated $90 million for Colorado. The University of Colorado at Boulder recently received a record-breaking 68,000 applications for the fall of 2024 so far, which is a 20% increase from the last year. Applications of black students are up about 50%. 50% black students want to come to Boulder. And I don't think there's any kind of doubt on why that is. And it just doesn't stop there, because the Prime effect has made a spike in multimedia rights for Colorado. It's brought in nearly double that mark in sponsorships from the year prior. Now, what does that mean? That means the school's athletic department multimedia rights, which is managed by a outside third party, produces the game broadcast, the distribution for the radios, all that other stuff. They're projected to generate $8.3 million by the end of fiscal 2024. Fiscal 2024 means a new year starts over at October 1st. All right, that's a report about Sportco. This money comes mostly from increased sponsorships, radio ads, digital signage, and other commercial opportunities. That's up from $5.5 million in fiscal 2023, meaning in 1 year, they have damn near doubled how much they're bringing in from their distribution rights when they're selling ads and all that other stuff. Again, we've had other videos in the past talking about how the impact is digitally and how Coach Prime is making an effect to the region as far as restaurants goes. This is directly to the school. The applications are up. Let me just go back to the applications real quick. 68,000 applications. You add that on to not only going to have denials, but they still have to submit an application fee. So let's say the application fee is $20. That's 68,000 times $20. All right, folks. So, and by the way, that's an increase by 20%. So they're doing well. So it's that those hidden numbers, those hidden dollars. Now you get those students coming in. They could be out of state, they could be in state, whatever the case may be. That's more money that's not being tracked. I'm telling you right now, this man, y'all need to give this man half the state. All right, and we're gonna go down the top 10 coaches contracts in a second, but bear with me. I want to go over one more thing. An article came out that the Prime effect has triggered over $700 million in sports bets the last year. All right. And Prime talked about it. He's like, shit, we need to cut it at. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you.
They was telling the kids about not betting and not this and not that. And they said,
right,
$700 million were bet on Colorado games last year. $700 million. I said, can we get a cut?
So in total, a recent article came out and said the Prime effect has led to an estimated $90 million in revenue for the university in the past year, including revenue from ticket sales and merchandise records. And again, we went over the multimedia rights spikes, and we just went over the increase in student applications to the university, including application fees. So with that being said, y'all need to pay this man. This man getting paid around $5 million per year, 5.5 maybe per year, plus incentives to head coach the Colorado football team. Now that's going to have to change, and if you don't change it relatively soon, you are really playing with fire. Because if they mess around, win the Big 12, or mess around getting the college football playoffs and it does well, you're not going to be able to have a contract that can keep them if the big boys really want to get into it. Case in point, the University of Washington is on the coach that I'm about to tell you on the top 10 list is now on this list because he coaches at Alabama for over $10 million a year. If you don't think it can happen to you, it can happen to you. They went on a magical run, fantastic, whoop-de-doo. Soon as the college football playoff ended, they didn't win. Alabama came and scooped them because Coach Saban retired. It can happen just like that. And if that happens, you're going to have to do nothing but kick yourself in the ass for not giving this man a better contract. And you're going to have to be really, really competitive, make sure he doesn't go anywhere. Because you have an opportunity to secure his contract for many, many years at a premium cut where he should be based on the numbers alone. Forget the wins, on the numbers alone. And if he wins that, what's the incentive for him to say, you know what, why can't I entertain a Florida State where Coach Norvell just left and went somewhere else. Why can't I entertain that for $12 million a year? Y'all ain't paying me $12 million a year. Why wouldn't I do that? If Florida doesn't have state tax. So you tell me, why would you want to wait? Why would you want to play with fire? But all right, I'll move on from that point in a second. Let's go to the top 10 coaches and how much they're getting paid. So the list in the top 10 starts off with Dabo for Clemson, gets paid $11.5 million. And again, Coach Saban just retired, so he's not on this list. Kirby Smart, another 11. Ryan Day, 10 mil. Kalen Debor, Alabama Crimson Tide, he's a little over 10 million. Lincoln Riley, 10 million. Mike Novell, 10 million. Brian Kelly, 9.5 million. Number 8 on the list is Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss, 9 million. Tied with Lane Kiffin, number 9, is Nebraska Cornhusker head coach Matt Rule, who Coach Prime and them beat, and he gets paid $9 million a year. And last, my boy Josh Heupel with the Tennessee Volunteers, he gets also paid $9 million. The last person on the list makes $4 million more than Coach Prime. That is a problem, and you're gonna have to fix it really, really shortly. I can't tell you enough that you don't want to roll the dice, because this man has been known to bet on himself. He gets that team in winning position. You do not want to be in that position. Who is going to replace Coach Prime at Colorado? Who's going to want that job right now if he wins and go to the college football playoffs? Who is going to come in without that kind of pressure? There's not a lot of pressure going to University of Washington, because they were like, okay, cool, we're happy to be here. Got a great quarterback. Maybe we could win the Heisman, whatever. Penix, he's going to go in the first round. That's cool. We can come keep building on that. This man transformed a whole region out there in Boulder, and you think somebody's going to come in? But everything that I listed will plummet. Those advertising rights will plummet. Those student applications to university will plummet. I can guarantee you. So you're going to need to figure that out, all right? He needs to be in that top 10 range. You need to have him at 9, 10 million. If you don't want to make him the highest paid coach, I completely understand, but you're not going to be able to keep him at 5.5 million. I'm so sorry to tell y'all that. You're going to have to cut the check, and cut the check soon. Again, I want to really caution the people out there, that the power brokers out there in Colorado. If you don't think this man is going to bet on himself, he will. So if he does well next year, they win and get in the college football playoffs, what is really going to stop him from taking double his salary? And you're going to be in the predicament of, well, we got to come up with the money. Okay, well, why you ain't come up with the money already? That's kind of what led him to his exit prior as well. So you really, really got to be careful with these things. This man knows his worth. He knows what he should be paid. It is what it is. So y'all need to work that out. The Prime effect is real. 90 million, I think that's less. So y'all need to work that out, man. Heritage Sports.